Peace, kings and queens, guys and goddesses. So Eric and I are being sued, and like, I just I want to let y'all know that I am not crying because I don't feel as if this is just something that I can take care of. I am crying because I am exhausted, y'all. Like, we just got home. Last night after the power situation, we had got a notice in the mail to go pick up a certified letter from Bedford Municipal Court. But with everything going on or fucking ready, we just hadn't had time to go pick up the letters until today. And yeah, we're we're being sued, and I'm literally only here to share the document that I created for the court for my public record, because it don't even make sense, y'all. Like, I am so overwhelmed, and just I have never felt like this in my whole life, and I'm so tired. I'm so exhausted because it just seems like it's just one thing after another right now, and I don't even have time to breathe, it seems like to me, and I don't understand. I'm gonna just share the document because I can't. Affidavit of fraudulent filing, lack of standing, jurisdictional challenge, and demand for dismissal. To whom it may concern, I, Heaven-Marshay Holt, a living woman, an authorized representative, do hereby file this affidavit to establish the following facts, invoke lawful protections, and demand the immediate dismissal of case number 25CVF02723 for lack of jurisdiction, standing in cause, fraudulent filing, and bad faith. In May 2025, I received correspondence from, I think the pronunciation is Javich Block LLC, dated May 13th, 2025, reference number 2319110. Due to another ongoing court case, I had other obligations prior to issuing a response to the correspondence. Let the record reflect the correspondence from Jotfitch Block LLC explicitly states, call or write us by June 22nd, 2025 to dispute all or a part of the debt. If you do not, we will assume that our information is correct. As did the letter explicitly state, if you write us before June 22nd, 2025, we must stop collection on any amount you dispute until we send you information that shows you the debt, that you owe the debt. Formal responses were prepared June 3rd, 2025, and mailed June 13th, 2025 via USPS certified mail numbers 70211, 9700002, 3357, 0928, which was lost in transit for Heaven, and 70211, 700002, 3357, 0782 was delivered. Individual picked up at postal facility on June 18th, 2025 for Eric, which is consistent with the instructions in the original correspondence. Within the delivered cease and desist explicitly states, your corporation has not produced and cannot produce any of the following: the original contract bearing my wet ink signature, a full chain of assignment proven, lawful transfer of rights, proof that you are the holder in due course, documentation of valuable consideration between you and Alley Financial. As such, your continued attempts to collect this alleged debt are a direct violation of 15 U.S.C. 1692C, unlawful communication with the consumer once written notice has been provided. 15 U.S.C. 1692E, false, deceptive, or misleading representation in collection of any debt. 15 U.S.C. 1692F, unfair or unconscionable means to collect or attempt to collect any debt. This is a cease and desist order. You are to immediately stop all contact in every form, including by phone, mail, third-party intermediaries, or otherwise. Should another debt collector contact me regarding the same account, it will constitute clear and knowing collusion to commit fraud, coercion, and theft. As I now place you and any future party on lawful notice of these violations, I am the injured party, not the debtor. You have no authority to pursue this claim. Any future contact will be documented and used as evidence in both civil and criminal pursuit for damages and remedy under the full weight of law. Furthermore, I have notified the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau and retained full records of prior unlawful attempts to collect this alleged debt. I do not consent to your harassment. I do not contract with your entity. I do not waive any rights. This document was lawfully notarized and no rebuttal was ever submitted in response. Instead, Jotfitch Block LLC proceeded to initiate a fraudulent and retaliatory case against both myself and Eric Dower Jr. on June 24th, 2025, just 6 days after receiving the formal cease and desist. It is also important to note that the response was submitted within the time frame explicitly provided by Jotfitch Block LLC. The complaint they filed falsely alleges the following: that the defendant owed the plaintiff the sum amount of $7,654.07 based on a contract, that a copy of said contract is attached as Exhibit A, that the defendants defaulted on the contract by failing to make payments as agreed, that despite demand being made, the defendants failed to settle the alleged balance. Let the record reflect no original contact bearing a wet ink signature was provided. A copy does not constitute lawful proof of claim or establish standing as holder in due course. Filing a complaint during an active cease and desist period constitutes retaliation in bad faith litigation. 2. No verified claim or injured party. What I find especially concerning is that the formal cease and desist sent to Heaven-Marshay LLC explicitly outlined the documentation legally required to validate any alleged debt, including but not limited to the original contract bearing my wet ink signature. Despite this clear request, no such contract has ever been produced, not even as supporting evidence in the case now brought before the court. While there are additional facts I can clarify, the most revealing is this: a mere copy of the alleged contract was submitted in support of the plaintiff's claim. This alone disqualifies Ali Blank and Heaven-Marshay LLC from being the holders in due course, which is legally defined as a holder. A holder in due course is any person who receives or holds a negotiable instrument, such as a check or promissory note, in good faith in exchange for value without any notice or suspicion that it is overdue or was previously dishonored. Such a holder is entitled to payment by the creator of the negotiable instrument. This means that neither Ali Bank nor Heaven-Marshay LLC qualifies to collect on this alleged debt, as have they failed to establish standing, produce lawful documentation, or fulfill the basic criteria of a holder in due course under commercial law. A formal complaint was also sent to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. These complaints were originally mailed via USPS certified mail numbers 072 1907 0002 3357 0799, which appears to be lost in transit, now reflects delivered front desk reception at desk mailroom on July 10th, 2025, and 7021 1970 0002 3357 0911, verified delivered on June 23rd, 2025, left with individual. Unfortunately, I created a replacement complaint to be sent to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau on July 9th and was sent along with a replacement formal cease and desist to Heaven-Marshay LLC July 13th, 2025. Both were sent to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau both were sent via USPS certified mail numbers 7021 1970 0002 3357 0881, confirmed delivered, individual picked up at postal facility on July 16th, 2025 to Heaven-Marshay LLC, and 7021 1970 0023 3361 4950, confirmed delivered, left with individual on July 21st, 2025 to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. I have gone beyond due diligence. Let the record reflect. Heaven received a formal cease and desist within the allotted time. The plaintiff has failed to produce any verified claim, wet ink contract, lawful default notice, or authenticated ledger. No sworn affidavit has been provided by Ali Bank or Jabich Block LLC showing an actual injury or breach of lawful agreement. No personal service or authenticated process has been provided that meets the requirement of lawful due process. Formal complaints were sent to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Lack of standing, Part 3, lack of standing in jurisdiction. This action constitutes fraudulent commercial enforcement disguised as lawful civil procedure. No verified contract bearing a voluntary wet ink signature, informed consent, or mutual agreement has been presented because no such contract exists. The plaintiff and its representatives are acting as third-party debt collectors without standing, without original claim, and without lawful delegation or authority. The lack of personal knowledge failed to qualify as the holder of due course and are attempting to enforce alleged debts through color of law, misrepresentation, and administrative deception. I do not consent to this court's jurisdiction under fraudulent commercial statutes, nor do I waive any rights, remedies, or protections as a living woman and authorized representative. Part 4, demand for immediate dismissal. I hereby challenge the jurisdiction of this court and demand an immediate dismissal of case number 25 CVF 02723 on the following lawful grounds. No verified claim has been submitted under oath or penalty of perjury. No legal standing has been established by the plaintiff or its representatives. Lawful rebuttals and cease and desist notices have been served and remain unrebutted. Due process has been violated through premature, retaliatory, and procedurally defective court filing. Part 5. Notice to the court and plaintiff. This affidavit serves as a formal notice to the Bedford's Municipal Court and all involved parties that I do not consent to corporate jurisdiction. I reserve all rights without prejudice under UCC 1-308. All filings and responses made prior to this proceeding stand as unrebutted truth in commerce. Further pursuit of this fraudulent case will result in liability claims against all parties acting in misrepresentation, omission, and malicious intent. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Martin Luther King Jr. I am not behind, I am aligned. I speak the law of truth, not fear. Every false structure around me must fall. My words hold weight. My light reveals lies, and I stand protected spiritually, lawfully, and divinely. All rights reserved without prejudice. UCC 1-308. Respectfully by Heaven-Marshay Holt, living woman, lawful claimant, and injured in fact. I'm tired. And I'm going to be releasing a evidentiary record of everything that I've experienced from January 2025 to July 2025, because it's a lot, and I conclude the retaliatory record of everything. And I'm gonna see y'all next time.